How often do you get blank stares when you tell people you like progressive rock?
Well,
Is
yeah, I
that
mean that's kind of like depending on the setting.
well, I feel like nobody knows what it is. Where I work, maybe one other person likes it. Everyone,
Where do you work?
I think it doesn't know. Nobody that I work with likes it at all. Chris, not a big
But
progressive rock fan.
where do they? I like progressive. I'm learning. I just don't know. Like I think that one person's kind of right. I don't think I necessarily know exactly what it is, but when you name a bunch of the bands, I'm like, I like some of that music for
Yeah.
sure, you know?
Well, everyone else has never heard of it at all. Whenever people ask me what I do for a hobby, I mention I write progressive rock, and they look like I just said something in another language. I have to explain what it is to them. Is it really that obscure? For reference, I work with people of a variety of ages from late teens to 50s. So it sucks.
Huh. Maybe just say
I
you write
mean,
music. Just say you write music. Maybe that's why they're reacting that weird way. Like it is kind of weird to say I write progressive rock. That's a little
but it
weird.
also seems like you have to make that distinction if you like progressive rock. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
this kind of sounds like guys just being like, it's almost about what it isn't so much as
Yes.
what it is, you know? Like
Yeah, because I've
like
seen a
even
lot of, sorry, Steve. I've
no,
seen
no,
a
go
lot of
ahead.
people like that are prog rock fans, like that really, really, for the biggest instance I saw is hip hop and punk. They fucking hate that music. Both of those types
Mhm.
of music, they hate it and like are really mean about it. So I
That's
think,
prog rock people are?
yeah,
Wow, that's okay. Because Steve, you play arguably punk music.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's arguable that some of the music you play is punk music. So these prog rock posters might have an issue with some of the music that you make. I just want to put it out
Well,
there.
here's the thing. I would actually say that we have some time signatures. We
Oh,
have some
here we go.
atypical structures.
Okay,
We have some
okay.
polyrhythms. We had a
There we-
saxophone on our last record, man,
Oh,
and some
now you're talking.
synthesizers.
Yeah, this like
So,
old
like, who's
guys
the
like
real poser? You
yeah.
know, that's what I want to know. That's what I need to know.
Some
And I
old
don't think
guy
it's me.
listening to the episode is like, oh, saxophone. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait.
the
The,
60 year
one of the
old
peas
man
in one of
is
the
so
peas in
excited.
pup. Like if you go on Wikipedia, it'll say pathetic use of potential, but actually that's a lie. It's one of the pieces for prog rock.
It's
So,
prog rock
you know,
use of potential.
yeah, exactly. Pathetic use of prog rock.
Pathetic use of prog rock.
I always passive parsley 3 said I always make a point to say prog rock because people always think I said aggressive rock. They still don't know what it is.
Wait, what do you mean? People thought you said aggressive. Oh, because people thought you meant aggressive.
Aggressive. Sure.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
And
I
it's
got
not
you.
aggressive, it is progressive. Okay.
Progressive.
Yeah.
I said because he would say progressive. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then theremins, which is an instrument. I don't know if you knew that, Chris. I did.
I know what a theremin is actually. I know I'm not. My younger brother is like played in a band, and so I know I'm not a musician myself, but I know what a theremin is. Definitely.
Okay. Well, he said, "Yep." Then it's like Pink Floyd. Oh, so then Ryan McCoskey answers that, and he goes, "I usually call Pink Floyd watered down prog in those situations."
Oh.
So you find something you have in common with people.
Oh,
And then
man.
you're like, yeah.
I love it.
Immediately. That's like walking into a bar and just judging everyone's drink,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then ordering like water, you know, or some well, look, it does seem to like there's like this weird overlap of kind of like some psychedelic elements in the 70s and some like prog elements, right? Like, okay, fine, Jefferson Airplane, you know, isn't a prog band, but like, so is it made by white British guys and like white North American guys, like specifically? Is that kind
Yeah.
of, that's sort of where we end up, right?
I think that's about where they're at. Is that, and so Theremin's replies to that, and he goes, "It's just because it's the most recognizable group that can be categorized as prog, even though (parentheses depending on the song) they can also be categorized as art rock, space rock, psychedelic, classic rock, etc. If they don't know who Pink Floyd is, then you have to describe more."
Well,
So,
then they used to have the guy that was like real wild, Sid Barrett, right?
yes, they
Yeah.
did.
So the music was different then.
Yeah,
Like when he was at the helm of Pink Floyd, that was like very much psychedelic rock music.
Yes.
I think the music, like there's that one album that they have where it's like very much psychedelic rock,
well,
but I guess it changed a lot.
my dad is, and Steve, you might be able to help me with this here. He is a prog rock, I think, fan. He likes Pink Floyd quite a bit, but I
Okay.
think he prefers virtuoso.
Right.
And I'm trying to find out if like Yngwie Malmsteen, his example, and listen, everybody, you can crack on him all you want, but he's never gonna hear it. Is Chicken Foot. Like he's really into Chicken Foot because he
Mhm.
thinks Sammy Hagar is great, and he thinks Steve Vai is like one of the greats. And I think that's kind of proggy stuff, but I
Yeah.
think it's a different thing.
I think the idea of virtuosity is definitely one that you kind of expect from progressive rock bands.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
Neil
like-
Peart is like the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. You know, you think of like a lot of the time the drummers will be kind of that's like a Mike Portnoy, you know, from
Yeah,
Dream
Dream
Theater.
Theater. I know
His
about
brother has the magazine, the
Barstool.
website.
Technology Plastic says best I can give is it's classical music performed with rock instruments, Pink Floyd and Rush, you know. And Psychic Tempest Zero says that's what I usually say to family members and shit. And then somebody else decides that's good. But then Trip Jammer comes in and he goes, I once had a coworker tell me he'd rather stab his mechanical pencil in his ears than listen to progressive rock. He was a punk fan, also something of a punk. So
Oh yeah.
Whoa, I see. He didn't just like punk; he lived.
Nah, he was definitely had some. Yeah, I mean, this guy sounds like a badass. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. You know, there's often a lot of battles when it comes to what type of music you like.
Yeah, rock music notoriously fighting for a real big slice of the pie in kind of the contemporary world.
Definitely,
People
definitely.
still definitely buying records and appreciating it in that way for sure.
we do know a guy, Steve, that we've heard him tell us quite a bit why they're not selling records now. And basically his theory is, well, number one, that Wilco killed rock music.
Wilco.
Yeah, he's
That's
Michael
wild.
Mullen. Just
That's
mad at
wild.
Wilco. Yeah, he said that they were supposed to have the ball handed to them in rock. And then they
Somebody gave
didn't
him the
rock
ball
hard
and
enough.
they fucking dropped it by not rocking hard enough.
That's what he said. They didn't rock hard enough, and that's what killed rock music. That's just a little historical.
Right. I like that. That's it's interesting. It's a different theory than the one I would give.
Than
But-
anybody would give, but also
you don't think it was specifically due to Wilco not rocking hard enough?
I mean,
Also-
look, I'm gonna have to do a little more thinking on it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get back to you guys maybe if we need to do like a follow-up episode.
He's done a lot of research on it.
Oh yeah, he's so Wim Vonden said it has happened a few times that someone asked me to add my music to a playlist. Oh boy, not
A few
these guys.
times.
Don't do that. You're not gonna do it too many times.
Yeah, you
With
can't.
these guys. I say, yeah, it's progressive rock. I doubt you're gonna like it. Then people
Oh,
persuade me to put it on anyway.
Oh
After a
god, this
while-
guy, I hate that. Like, no, you're gonna hate it. Like, just fucking, they ask you to put it on, just put the music on, let people decide. You know?
Well, we're not all sitting in a circle just listening to the music. It's
Yeah, probably. People
Hurting
I did a lot of
party.
that. I did do a lot of that in college though. So like I've known some of these people. I've been this person in the past.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
gonna like it, you know. But he goes,
Yeah.
they persuade me to put it on anyway. After a while, I cave in and put something in the list anyway, after which people seem to stare in disbelief. All I can say is, I told you. Then again, confronting people with bitches crystal out of nowhere is a little intense,
Bitches
maybe.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Who's
Not sure.
who's that
Alright.
by?
No clue who bitches crystal are.
Is that a band or a
It
song?
might be a song, right? I'll Google bitches
I was
crystal.
Look up
gonna say, I gotta do
bitches
the same.
crystal.
Steve's like, I'm gonna fucking get that song.
but fair enough.
It's a song by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So see again, like, right.
Confronting
really
people with that is a pretty heavy duty stuff for, you know.
This is one of those like real heads only, you know.
Yeah.
He needs to, everyone knows Bitches Crystal. It's us who are stupid.
Yeah, and that's what kind of why he's even doing it, is like he wants to play one that they're all gonna be like, what the fuck? So then he can be, he doesn't want to play one where they're all like, oh, this is great. Then he's like, oh, do I like some fucking, you know, like basic music that everyone else likes? That's not what he wants at all.
Well, that is the very like specific genre guys, right? Like the guys that are like, I love prog rock, I'm gonna play this thing that nobody's ever heard of, instead of trying to maybe find something that come close to what palatable. They're playing.
Yeah, for people, just a regular audience, that would be the way to go about it, because you want everyone to have a good time and enjoy the stuff that you play, right?